All right, so we've been working on getting the sauerkraut started from our first two heads of Chinese cabbage that we grew this year.
There's one.
There's one, what's left of one. We didn't need all of it today.
Nope, just needed a few ounces of that one because this one was the big one.
So we have 5 pounds of cabbage.
Yes, and 3 tablespoons of salt. I use red mineral salt.
Put it in the Cambro to let it begin to
Yep.
get the
Yeah,
liquid
it
up.
was up to here, and I've almost got it all in now, but it came down to here. It was crazy. It always surprises me how it shrinks.
We'll put it in the fermenting crock with the 2 weights on top. There's the 2 weights.
Well, yeah.
And the lid.
And all this water is just from the cabbage itself.
And you're gonna pour that in?
Yeah, I want to get the cabbage in and pressed down as good as I can get it. And I want the liquid to come over the top. So I can, and then once it's in and there's liquid on top of it, then we'll put the little stones on top. Then we'll put if I have liquid left, that's ideal to put brine in the moat here. And then you put the lid on it, and then it is an airlock, won't let air in. And it will as it ferments, the gas that it creates will come out, but air won't go in. That's the whole thing, fermenting. Almost all in.
So the liquid in the Cambro is just from having it salted and sitting there for a while?
Yes. Here's the last bit. I was hoping to have it's coming over. I'm gonna have all the cabbage in before I pour the rest of the brine in. So it's easier for me anyway to put these on before the majority of the brine goes in. And I'm hoping to have brine left over to pour in the moat.
And this is a fermenting crock we got from the pottery area at Homestead Heritage in Waco?
Yes.
Handmade?
Yep. By the lovely potters at Homestead Heritage.
Sauerkraut full of vitamin C and probiotics. All natural.
Yep. And organic.
Organically grown.
Yes.
So this is actually our first time to do it with Chinese cabbage. We've done it with cabbage before, but we had these Chinese cabbage. We harvested 2 of them today. And that's what we're going to do with
the big one.
The big one is make sauerkraut out of it.
Now see, this pretty much has a liquid on the top.
Very liquidy.
Yep. And now this is a great time to put the things in, which sometimes they're hard to get in if you have too much sauerkraut. Let's see if this will work. Oh, come on, thing. Should go to Homestead Heritage and ask them for a smaller thing.
Delicious.
It's good. I mean, it's crunchy and yummy. Okay. So I can't get that to go in, which is bothering me almost. There it goes. Okay. They're in. Woohoo! And there's a lot of brine on top. And I want to take the cabbage off of the top. Then I want to pour without getting the cabbage in it, which is going to be impossible.
Just want to strain it.
Okay. There's some of the salt. See that?
A little bit.
Good ones, man. It's the minerals. That down in there.
Little piece right here.
Okay, you got it.
Just want your airlock to be clean, right?
Well, yeah, I don't want cabbage floating around in it. I've heard it is a good idea to have the brine in the airlock just in case. I don't know why.
Keeps outside air out of it. Salty, less likely to grow any mold or anything you don't want.
Maybe. I don't know.
There we go.
Okay, so as the
There's a little hole right there to allow air to escape, but not allow air in.
there's another one over here.
Is there one on that side? Yeah, there's one on both sides.
These little divots.
Awesome.
So we always have to make sure that the brine is over that little, excuse me, over that little air hole, which it'll evaporate over the next few days. We'll leave it.
You can add brine to it as you need to.
Leave it right here and eat the tidbits.
Eat the bits.
A little salty, but over the days as it ferments, I don't know the process, but
Lactofermentation.
well, yeah, but the gases that
Carbon dioxide.
I don't know, it creates a gas, and the gas goes up and forces the air that's in there will be forced out. And then I can add some of this brine if it gets low.
Time to check the sauerkraut.
Yep, it's been 1 week. 1 week ago, we put all this in here.
Taking out the stones that hold everything down.
Yep. And smells good.
Smell good?
Yep.
Try a taste.
Well, it's different than regular. This is Chinese cabbage. It's good. It'll be all drippy. You get it? You like it?
Yeah, I do.
it's different.
It is different. It's a little bit different texture, but it's still crunchy.
Yeah, it's a little bit different taste. And you want some?
I'm fine right now. So do we need to, I think we bottle it up, yeah?
Yep. I'll go get some jars and get it in the fridge.
Awesome.
Okay. A lot of things have happened. We're going to be right back. I got a 2-quart jar. But in the meantime, it's gotten dark because our neighbors needed some help. So we are off to the neighbors and now we're back. And I'm going to put my yummy sauerkraut in a 2-quart jar. And the reason it's going to be in a 2-quart jar is because it takes up less space. It's more vertical space in the fridge. And I need all the space in the fridge I can get. So I've washed my hands well. And I'm just going to pack this and dribble it in to this jar with smaller handfuls apparently.
So you explain why you had a plate under the crock.
Oh, because the fluid in this well, it looks like this. And when I first, when we first put it together, I had a towel under it, and the fluid was like halfway up. Well, then it started going up further and further and further, and it just went up a lot. You could hear bubbles coming out every once in a while, but it looked like it was going to go over the edge. So I just replaced the towel with a plate. And the bubbling got less and less. And so we tried it today, 7 days later, and here we are, putting it in a jar. So just pound it down into the jar. Today is the first cold day that we've had, really. I mean, I think it's been down to 32 degrees once so far this winter. It's January 13th right now.
Been a very strange winter.
No, not 13th. What's today?
Today's the 18th.
The 13th. Yes. The 18th.
Last night was
January.
Like 23 degrees.
Yeah, last night was the first time it got down to the 20s. And so it's just been bizarre weather, and I can't remember why I'm talking about the weather, but it's been a little crazy. Our neighbor had a little fire in their house, and got to direct the firemen how to get there.
Yeah, the firemen didn't know there's like 4 houses on the opposite side of the lake, and
Or 3.
And they didn't know where to go.
They didn't.
So we were on our way over there with a tractor. The friend called us and asked if I would go over there and see if I could put the fire out with a tractor, throw some dirt on it.
Coming. They've
The
been
firemen
waiting
weren't
and
there.
waiting for firemen while their house is burning. But
And one of what we found out probably started the fire was they were using an extension cord from the house to their well house, and the extension cord overheated and caught on fire. So
David, being the home inspector, that hit a nerve with him.
because we do write them up all the time as a deficiency when anybody uses extension cords to power something over an extended period. Extension cords used as permanent wiring are a fire hazard, and today was awesome proof of that fact.
Yeah, it wasn't awesome, but it was.
Well, it was an awesome proof of the fact, but I'm sorry their house caught on fire.
Yeah. They're fine.
Yep, nobody was hurt. We got to watch the fire department and
All their glory.
putting out the fire and using chainsaws and cutting part of the house up and the floor and
The axe.
using the axe to get through stuff. And it was a terrible way to meet our neighbors, but
Yeah. Those particular neighbors we hadn't met before.
I've met him on the road in his
Yeah.
car, but I've never had a chance to talk to him.
Yeah. This is, it's a different kind of cabbage. I'm
Yeah.
forgetting.
Yeah, this is like a Napa
This
or
is-
Chinese cabbage.
Yeah. Thought this is weird, but it's just how that
A little
cabbage
different
is.
texture, a little different flavor, but when we
Little
tried it,
different
it was
coloring.
delicious.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to push it all down. This is going to work just fine with this size jar. I'm going to have to wash the jar. I'm getting it all over the place. I don't want the brine in this airlock is the exact same brine that the cabbage made, but I don't want to put it in the jar because it's been sitting
In the open air.
yeah. Let's see if I can pour this in without making
Perfect. That was just the right amount.
yeah, it was. Except for I can't get it. Oh well. It'll be fine. Just a few little ones are going to be floating. But I cut it. Oh my goodness. I cut it a little bit fine. So here's the lid I got for it.
Oh, we'll up the edge of that off. There's sauerkraut on the side of the
Yeah,
side of the lid.
I've
So I
got
need to
to.
clean it up a little bit.
Yep, I've got sauerkraut all over it. But anyway, that's how we make sauerkraut here at Debbie Organics Farm. So if you like the video, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do that and come back next time to see what other kind of adventures we get into.